everyone, and welcome to the DCP United channel. My name's Kate, and today I'm going to show you how to do an Ancestry DNA kit, show you what's involved, and tell you a little bit more about DNA testing and the databases available. So to give you an update on my journey, I've hit a dead end with my clinic. I rang them the other day and was told that the lady that had been helping me had resigned. She was looking for half-siblings that I might have because the record keeping was really poor, so she was trying to find my donor number on other families' files. Unfortunately, the new person that's helping me says that that was concluded, so they're not looking for half-siblings anymore, and that's really disappointing. So all I know on that front is that I have at least one half-sibling out there, that they were probably born in 1991 like I was, but I don't know whether they're a boy or a girl. With my donor, apparently no one answered when they attempted to contact him, so I've managed to convince them to keep trying to contact him, and hopefully someone will answer and at least say, you know, that's not his contact details anymore, or hopefully they find my donor. So it's sort of a dead end there. I'm not really holding my breath that they'll manage to contact my donor. So that's why I'm doing this DNA test, in the hope that I can match with some of his relatives and maybe find my half-sibling and any more that might be out there. So there are a number of DNA testing services and databases out there that I'm aware of, and these include Ancestry, 23andMe, Family Tree DNA, MyHeritage, GED Match, Living DNA, and DNA Land. So it's recommended that you're on all of the databases. However, the most important ones are Ancestry, 23andMe, and Family Tree DNA. And it can be really expensive to get yourself onto all of these databases. So it's important to do your testing and sign up to these memberships in an order that gives you the best results, the fastest, and costs you the least. So it's also recommended that you get your oldest living relative to test with you. This is so that you can exclude that side of your DNA from that of your donors. So for those people conceived through sperm donation, this would mean that you get your mother or one of her close relatives to test with you. If you're conceived via egg donation, then you would want your father or one of his close relatives to test with you. And if you're conceived using an embryo donation, it gets a bit more difficult. You're sort of like an adoptee, so any matches that you would get would be from both biological parents. So the only way that you can get someone to test with you is if you have a full sibling conceived using the same donors. So obviously this whole process can be quite confusing, especially if you're like me and you're just starting out. The other day I found an amazing Facebook group called the DNA Detectives, and they've got a page called DNA for the Donor Conceived that's specifically for DC people trying to locate their biological family and for donors who are trying to locate their biological offspring. So the group provides guidance, support, and resources, including a fabulous document in their files that shows you the best path to take when you're starting out with DNA testing and signing up to the different databases. So I'll include the link to that group in the description below. So I'm going to focus on the Ancestry DNA test for now, because it's the one that's recommended as your first port of call. The reason that this is because Ancestry has over 10 million members, whereas the next best, which is 23andMe, has 3 million. Another reason why it should be your first DNA kit is because you can then download the raw data file and upload it to other sites. You can also create mirror trees with Ancestry.com. So this allows you to get an exact replica of your matches trees, and you can work out how you're related to them. This is the method that's been used by a lot of DC people to locate their donors and any half-siblings. Okay, so the first thing you need to do when you get your Ancestry DNA kit is activate it at ancestry.com.au/DNA/activate. So go to the page, sign in. If you don't have an account, make sure you create one. Once you've clicked sign in, just enter your email and password and sign in. Once you log in, you get a screen that asks who's providing the DNA sample. In this case, it's me. However, if you're getting a DNA kit done for someone else, like I am for my mother, so that I can exclude her DNA from my search, you click down here to help activate a DNA kit for another adult. So then you need to click next. Then you have to enter the 15-digit activation code located on the tube to link your test results to your Ancestry account. Once you've input your code and go to the next page, you need to tell Ancestry your birth year and your sex. So for me, that's 1991, and I'm a female. You then need to review and consent to the terms of the DNA processing consent. Please make sure you read this carefully and look into the issue a little bit before consenting. In Australia, these results do not impact on your private health insurance, but you may have to disclose them to any life insurance providers, or they may not cover you. So make sure that you have a knowledge of where this information goes before consenting. So the next screen asks you whether or not you would like to participate in research. I've read the informed consent document and I've done a bit of research on this issue, and I've decided that I'm not going to give consent to this. I suggest that everybody looks into this issue themselves, and I've included a link in the description below that gives you some idea of what happens to your information when you complete these DNA tests and you agree to participate in these sorts of research projects. The next page asks you whether or not you would like to see your DNA matches and be listed as a match. Because I'm attempting to identify my biological father, who is my donor, I'm going to click yes for this. However, this is up to you. Next, you have to decide what you want others who have DNA in common with you to see. You have the choice between showing your complete ethnicity, geographic and cultural origins, or just showing what you have in common. There's one more page after that, which allows you to review your information and choose whether or not you would like to receive weekly emails about your DNA connections. And then you're done. So they say that you can expect your results within 6 to 8 weeks. However, it could be longer than this, though the people I've spoken to generally have to wait about 8 weeks. So after you've registered your kit online, then you can do the test. So you need the tube out of this packet here. So you get the tube and you get the solution that you need to add to it after you're finished spitting in it. So I'm going to go and spit the tube now. You don't need to watch that bit, I'm sure, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so now I've put my sample into the tube. You don't need to see it. You just unscrew the little thing on top and you put the solution that they give you on it. And they say that it works when you see the blue fluid filling down. Maybe this takes a while. Alright, so then you just shake it up until it's all the way through your sample. Alright, so when you're finished shaking it and all the solution is down in the bottom, you need to get your collection bag and pop it into there. Oh, there's still a little bit of fluid. Alright. So, oh, what's this? Okay, I'll leave that in. So then you put your sample in and you seal it up. There you go. So then this one goes into the little box that has your label on it. And then you just put it into the shipping bag and send it back. Oh, that's so exciting. So now that my test is done, I'm going to help my mum do hers, and then I'm going to post them both back to Ancestry. I really cannot wait to get the results, but at the same time, I'm pretty worried that I'm not going to have any matches, and that would be really disappointing because it's my last option to attempt to find my donor and any siblings that I might have. So I'm going to share this journey with you when I get my results back. And in the meantime, I hope you join me for my next video about all the other DNA databases and tests that you can do. Alright guys, I'll see you next time, and thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching the DCP United channel. Comment down below and don't forget to subscribe.